Hey guys, so I wanted to teach you a really cool core exercise called the eggshell. It's an eggshell crunch that allows you to utilize the core in a very deep method. Adding an extra twist will allow you to use the core asymmetrical, symmetrical, plus front and back body, which is so important. So let's talk about the setup of it. So lying down on your back, the setup alone is tough, okay? So from here, you have to think of a few things. You have to think about connecting your hip bones to your rib bones. So let's do that together. There's still a placement here in the floor where you have some space. And that's very important to note, because if you leave that, you could end up damaging your back if you don't protect it by placing it fully onto the ground, because we're working to protect your lower back and strengthen it as we strengthen your deep core. So ribs are connected to hips, but we still have that slight air underneath, okay? So we're going to take away that place by connecting the belly button to the spine. And that is your starting position for a lot of core movements. So to practice this alone, this movement, and be able to breathe is actually super challenging for most people learning foundations. So if you just did this and got this down pat, learning to breathe in this position, you're going to find some great advancements in your workouts. From here, once you've connected that, we're going to keep that connection and lift your legs up. That should be a little bit easier, having your legs up into your core a bit, okay? And feel what that feels like. As you take away your legs from the core, feel how you have to work a lot harder to keep your belly button to spine and ribs connected. A lot of the time we will come up, so we have to recenter and learn where our maximum is, develop strength there before going deeper or even extending out straight, okay? Now, the core movement that we're doing today is an eggshell crunch with a twist. So what does that look like? We're going to start in our foundational connection, ribs to hips, belly button to spine, flat on, shoulders down, hands behind the ears. We're going to crunch up, connecting through elbows to knees, lifting the tailbone slightly. Movement 1. Holding the lifting of the tailbone, connect opposite elbow to knee, opposite elbow to knee. Now bring the hips down back to neutral, keeping the belly button to spine down, and extend back out. That's 1. Now that is super intense, going to work full core from front to back body, so in real time. Inhale, exhale, ribs connect to the hips, belly button to spine, flat back. Shoulders down, chest up, keep it open. We're going to lift up here, connecting your elbows to knees, then keeping a long neck, lifting up your tailbone, and then opposite elbow to knee, opposite elbow to knee. And slowly, hips come down before releasing yourself all the way down, keeping belly button to spine. So I would suggest between 5 sets of 3 or 3 sets of 5, depending how many you can do. If you do this slow and controlled, it could be quite hard. And if you're advanced, 3 sets of 10. Now let me just show you the core actually working here, okay? So let me show you the core working just in the foundational movement. Belly button to spine and hips connected to ribs. Okay, you can see that my serratus is working here, my obliques are working, and my rectus abdominis, as well as my back, as well as my hips is actually engaged. From here, from this movement, when we bring ourselves up, you see the engagement further across the core midsection and pushing down into the floor. And then once you get the diagonal, you see the full core engagement in an asymmetrical cross positioning. Lifting up now, your tailbone gets your deep core involved. And your deep core is really important for Kegel muscles, for also controlling the bladder, for being able to having a taller, more erect posture with less injury, for helping you in more advanced postural movements coming down. Okay, so understand that your foundational movements will set you up for anything. Once you get the foundational movements, any movement is possible. But the foundational movements, just like connecting ribs to your hips and belly button to the spine, are going to change your whole way of movement and make it available with awareness to be able to do more advanced movements. So I hope this helped. If you wanted any time to have more teaching, more understanding, to be able to see the body structurally, then I have my Patreon account. If you want to join in on Instagram, there's heaps of great free yoga challenges that I host or others host. That is where I started. And then of course there's all these videos of amazing people here. So don't forget to check it out, and remember that anything's possible as long as you believe in the possibilities and not the reasons why you can't. Have a great day. Namaste.